We would like to start the Foreign Minister Hayashi's regular press conference. Minister, the floor is yours.
From my part, I have 2 points to start with. First of all, with regard to North Korea, since the beginning of this year, North Korea has fired a total of 23 ballistic missiles, continuous provocation at extremely high frequency. Against this backdrop, the launch of ballistic missile on the 4th, which flew over Japan, is a grave and imminent threat to Japan's security. And also, it is an outrage that threatens peace and security of this region and the entire international community. We can never tolerate this. Against this backdrop, it was approved at the cabinet meeting today that as Japan's further measures against DPRK to comprehensively solve various concerns, including abduction, nuclear and missile programs, we added 5 organizations to the list of asset freeze based on foreign exchange and foreign trade control law, as they were involved in the development of nuclear weapons and missiles, which were banned under the UNSC resolutions. Japan strongly urges DPRK to take concrete actions to solve our concerns, including abduction, nuclear, and missile programs. We will continue to work closely between Japan and the U.S. and among Japan, the U.S., and South Korea, as well as the international community, to achieve denuclearization of North Korea. Please check out the press release for details.
Second, from today, 18th to the 20th, Dr. Okonjo-Iweala, Director General of the WTO, will visit Japan as the guest of Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Free and open multilateral trade system based on the rules whose core at the WTO is of extreme importance for Japan. Through this visit, we aim to obtain understanding on Japan's position on WTO reforms and to further enhance collaboration with the WTO, being mindful that we'll be holding the G7 presidency next year. And I myself am planning to have a working dinner tomorrow on the 19th to exchange candid views with Director General Okonjo. That's all from me. Thank you. If you have a question, please raise your hand when called upon. Walk to the nearest microphone, give us your name and affiliation, and ask a question. TV Asahi Sawai-san. TV Asahi Sawai, about the sanctions against North Korea. After the ICBM, the launch in April, the freeze of assets, that sanction was actually placed. But missile has been launched one after another, and the preparation is ongoing for nuclear. The designation of the freeze of assets, but about the effectiveness of such the Japan-specific sanctions.
Thank you for the question. Today, we have added 5 organizations which were involved in development of North Korea's nuclear and missile development, and we added these 5 organizations to the list of asset freeze today. It is very difficult to speak about the effectiveness of such measures in general terms. However, the Japan's measures under the UNSC resolutions and also Japan's own independent measures, I think they are making a certain impact in view of the very severe economic conditions in North Korea. We will continue to make sure that the effectiveness of resolution-based measures, and we are going to thoroughly implement Japan's independent measures as well. Next, Asahi Shimbun Nobira-san. Nobira of Asahi newspaper. From today, you are now starting the consultation between LDP and Komeito for the revision of 3 security-related documents. Could you give us your comments on the control, counter-attack and the definition thereof? In what way do you want to proceed with the discussion among governing parties?
The Security Council surrounding Japan is becoming increasingly challenging. By the end of this year, to devise the new national security strategies process has been ongoing to fundamentally strengthen Japan's defense capabilities within 5 years and to support that to ensuring the significant increase of defense budget. that determination has already been expressed by the government. In formulating the new national security strategy, we would like to collaborate sufficiently with ruling parties. As the Minister of Foreign Affairs, I'm fully committed. That's my determination. And I also would like to make a contribution to further enhancing defense. Next question, please. NHK Iwasawa-san. NHK Iwasawa. China's Communist Party Congress, Xi Jinping, on the 16th, according to that report, for reunification of Taiwan, he is not hesitant to use the force, and he is sure that it can be reunified. What is your comment?
We have been closely watching the movement or development of the National Congress of Communist Party of China, but I would like to refrain from making comments on behalf of the government on the development of such a Congress. But with that caveat, I would say that peace and stability of Taiwan Strait is very important, not only for Japan's security, but also for the stability of international community. So we hope that Taiwan's issue will be peacefully resolved through dialogue. And that has been government's unchanged stance. Regarding the importance of peace and stability of Taiwan Strait, we are going to continue to directly urge China about this importance, and also will continue to closely work with the allies and partners, including the United States. We are going to convey our shared position going forward. We would like to closely watch the development of the cross-strait situation. Last question, Kyoto News, Ueda-san. Ueda of Kyoto News. In relation to China as well, about the National Congress of the Communist Party, Xi Jinping, if he assumes the third term, what kind of measures are you going to take as the government of Japan?
About the activities of political parties of foreign countries and the impact on Sino-Japan relations, I would like to refrain from making any comment based on preconceived notion, but as Japan, about the party Congress, we are closely monitoring that. In any case, between China and Japan, what needs to be asserted should be asserted. We will demand responsible conduct, but we would like to have the dialogue, including those matters of concern on common issues. We would like to collaborate. That's constructive and stable Sino-Japan relations. We need to build that based on the efforts on the both sides, which has been a consistent position. This concludes the press conference. Thank you very much.